Leave a like on this video right now, and I'm not even kidding, a warm plate of cookies will be outside your door, dude. Leave a like. Nah, but what's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new story. And just imagine this. Imagine you're going to school. You're not super excited to be there so early in the morning, but hey, man, you got to learn your algebra. You got to learn your grammar. And yeah, while you're there, all of a sudden you walk in on one of the most unholy, disgusting, revolting, unchristlike scenes you have ever seen in your life. And at that point, you honestly just wonder what even your life is anymore. Well, yeah, today we have a story submitted from a subscriber that went exactly like that. So sit back, relax, subscribe to the channel if you're new and like stories, maybe grab something to eat, and with that all being said, let's just jump right into it. So we're going to call the subscriber who submitted this story Harrison. And Harrison had a friend. And by the way, Harrison was like, they were juniors in high school. They were kind of like middle of the way through high school. And anyways, Harrison had this friend who we're going to call Ben. And Ben was not a bad looking guy. You know, he was, he was attractive enough. He was personable enough. He had a good personality. He could talk to the ladies. But for some reason, man, Ben, not Harrison. Ben just had a really bad string of luck. Like, Harrison really didn't know why, but he just kept on getting no's. And, Harrison was really down on himself, dude. But this all changed one day when Ben, Harrison's friend, met this girl who we're going to call Emily. And Emily was not a bad-looking girl herself. However, she was kind of known as being a little bit crazy, or at least a little bit more intense than the average individual. I think we all know that one person who's just like, I don't know, just the things that they do kind of make you question their sanity at least a little bit. You know what I mean, man? But anyways, right, eventually, Ben and Emily were talking, and yeah, Ben was able to break his streak of bad luck. Harrison, being one of Ben's good friends, was actually quite excited for him. He was a little wary about Emily because he did know that she was kind of a psychopath. A little bit, not like too much. Just a little drop of clinically insane, scary person. Just a little drop of that, right? And anyways, things are going pretty well at first. However, Harrison is noticing that, Ben never used to play it risky. Ben was one of those good kids that would never get in trouble and always, bring their teacher a nice polished apple, would always get like an A on his grammar quizzes. But yeah, no, Ben was starting to do, a little bit more risky stuff. He decided one day that he was going to skip class with Emily. And by the way, skipping class in high school is a lot different than skipping class in college. Skipping class in college is just, it's almost part of the experience depending on your class. However, in high school, man, like I don't know, that's not a good idea. So, Harrison was noticing this, and, Harrison also, with like Emily's like, oh, come, after school and, smoke this plant with me, or you know what I mean? And Harrison's like, okay, man, like, or Ben's like, okay, like, sure. And, yeah, so Harrison was kind of realizing that, while it was cool that his friend finally, was feeling a little bit more confident about himself, the things are just simply going a little bit better with him. But the problem is, right, this girl also wasn't great news. Like, she just wasn't great news and probably wasn't great for Ben. And this all really climaxed one day when, Ben was sitting down at the table, the lunch table, or maybe they were outside, who knows. They were chilling at some point and they had this conversation. Ben kind of brought up that, he and, his now girlfriend, Emily, were talking about, going to the next stage in their relationship. Doing something that, it's like holding hands, but you might have a child if you're not careful. So not holding hands. I'm just going to dance around what it actually is, but I'm sure you guys can figure it out. So, Harrison's like, well, that's cool. Like that's a big step. Like, congrats, bro. About to lose your card. Like, congratulations. And that's when Ben kind of dropped a bombshell on Harrison that, she actually had intentions that she wanted to lose it in a special place, man. She wanted it to all happen in a very special place. And where is this special place, you might be asking? Well, she was suggesting the school. And Harrison was like, bro, no, that's such a bad idea, dude. Like, first of all, that's not like, no, just go to your house or go to her house or just find some place that's not the actual school, dude. Because first of all, that's probably not going to be very comfortable. Second of all, you are definitely going to get in trouble because someone is definitely going to walk in on you. It's just Murphy's Law at this point. And yeah, that sounds like a terrible idea. And Ben was kind of like, yeah, but she really wants it to be in like a funny place. Like she wanted it to be in like a haha funny, like, oh my God, in the school. Like that's hilarious type place. And at this point, Harrison was looking at his friend. He's like, dude, you and I both know that this is like just a bad idea in general. And Ben was like, yeah, but I really want to do this. And honestly, if she thinks it's going to be fine, I trust her. And in Harrison's head, he was like, that's like your first mistake, bro. Like, why you trusting her on this is a terrible idea. But anyways, right, Ben is like, you know what? I'm probably going to do it. Just wish me luck. And Harrison's like, all right, well, when are you guys planning on it? And because they were at, let's say, recess or something, or they had like 10 minutes before class, Harrison's like, or Ben's like, oh, dude, like in 10 minutes from now. And Ben's like, huh? He's like, yeah, well, I mean, Emily and I are going to be skipping class again. And since everyone else will be in class, no one's going to be around to find us. And at this point, Harrison's like, well, no, that isn't completely sound. Kids go to the bathroom, and there are definitely teachers and faculty and like cleaning staff or whatever. They're definitely walking around all the time, and they're not in class, so that's not. He's like, dude, don't worry about it. Ben's just like, I'm chilling. We're chilling. I just want to let you know. I'm happy for your concern because I know you just want the best for me, but bro, you got to trust me on this. And Harrison was like, all right, man, like, you do you or whatever. So anyways, Harrison went to class. And, he didn't really think that much of it. I mean, he's not, he's thinking about his class right now. But yeah, later on that day, like this other kid who Harrison is friends with, let's just call him Will. Will comes up to him. He's like, dude, did you hear about Ben? And Harrison's like, what? Because Harrison just assumes that like, oh, maybe rumor got out that, Ben did something pretty substantial at school, if you know what I mean, right? And he's like, no, dude, like, it's crazy. And Harrison's kind of like, what do you mean? He's like, dude, apparently, like, this teacher was walking by down the hallways, and they heard these, like, weird noises coming out of the janitor's closet, and they opened the closet, and Ben and his girlfriend just fell out of the closet completely naked, and they got in so much trouble, dude. I heard they're, like, suspended for a week. And Harrison is like, oh, my God. Dude, I freaking told that kid not to do that. Like, I literally told him that he's going to get in trouble and he should have just waited. And, like, why on earth would he do it in school? And, that Emily girl's a bad influence for him. He would never do anything like that if it wasn't for her. And, Will's like, dude, I know, but, like, that's pretty funny, right? And Harrison's like, no, like, Ben's my friend. I didn't want him to do that. Will's like, bro, like, I mean, it's kind of on him. And Harrison's like, yeah, it's 100% on him. But anyways, I got to go find Ben. So yeah, anyways, the school day is over and Harrison, takes out his phone, calls Ben, and Ben picks up. And Harrison's like, bro, I heard like some stuff went down. And, Ben's like, dude, I'm so screwed. Like, yeah, they called up my parents. I'm suspended for a week. Like, things are not good. And he's like, well, I mean... And Harrison's just like, well, like, I mean, how did that even happen? And Harrison's like, I don't know, just like the door opened, we fell out, and there's a teacher just staring at us, like, it's crazy. And Harrison kind of said, oh, like, so what's the word with you and Emily? And he's like, yeah, we're still good. Oh, by the way, we're gonna be going to Jason's party later in the week if you want to show up. And Harrison's like, dude, like, aren't you going to be grounded at home? Like, you're suspended for a week. I'm sure your parents aren't happy. And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm just going to slip out my window. Like, I've never, like, snuck out of the house before, so they don't even check, like, whenever, because I was suspended, like, or I was grounded for something else a little while ago. Dude, they don't even check. Like, I'm just going to slip out my window, and, like, Emily's going to be there, and we're going to go to Jason's party. At this point, Harrison is like, dude, who even is this Ben kid anymore? Like, this is a totally different person. Harrison's like, all right, man, well, I mean, I don't want you to get in more trouble with your parents, but I guess, I guess I'll see you there then. So you guys might be thinking that the craziest part of the story just already happened, but that is actually incorrect because the story gets even worse at Jason's party. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, I want you to comment janitor down below. Definitely not because so-and-so fell out of the janitor's closet, but maybe because of that. So that's the secret word of the day. Comment janitor down below. If you don't know how to spell that, you can just comment like just hi or hello or just comment something. I'm going to try and heart as many comments as I possibly can. And then also, I just want to say thank you guys so much for recently just boosting all the videos. And the way you guys can help out the channel that helps more than you can ever imagine is literally just watching old videos in your free time. Like, just go to one of my playlists, binge watch like 10 videos, and please let me know in the comment section when you're doing this. I can't get to every comment, but genuinely, I try and heart and reply to as many comments as I can that tell me about, hey man, like I just watched 5 videos, or hey, I've been drawing or playing video games, or I don't know, cleaning my room or trying to go to sleep like while watching your videos. Thank you so much. Like, I genuinely appreciate those because like it's just cool to read them. Anyways, let's get back to the story before you guys get bored or something. So yeah, Harrison is just thinking to himself like, who even is this guy that I'm friends with anymore? Like, he would never do this before. Emily's like such a bad influence. And that's when later that week, because remember, they're all going to Jason's party at the end of the week. And that's when Harrison started to hear rumors that, from, it was very, very light rumors. That, so there's this, like, kid who was on the football team. I'm just going to call him Football Guy, because if I have another name, my brain will actually forget all the names, and then I'll just have to make them up on the spot. But yeah, we're just going to call this other guy Football Guy. And there was rumors that while Emily was with Ben, that she had been heavily flirting up this guy, like heavily flirting him up. And yeah, flirting is objective because like you could just say like, oh man, I wasn't flirting. I was just like being nice to him. I was just trying to make new friends, and that's totally fair. However, Emily was heavily flirting up this guy, and there's almost no question about it. And, rumors started to circulate a little bit about that, and Harrison caught word, but he's not going to, like, call up Ben and be like, hey, man, I heard people were saying that your girlfriend was flirting with someone, because, I don't know, that's a bit of an allegation. Harrison was probably thinking, I don't know, she's probably just a talkative girl. Like, it probably doesn't mean anything. However, as you'll see later at this party, it may or may not have meant something. So anyways, let's skip ahead to Friday, or the end of the week, where they all went up to Jason's party. So Harrison got there, and, he saw Emily walk in. And Harrison went up to Emily because, he knew her and she knew him because they were, related through Jason, right? And he's like, oh, I thought you were coming with Jason. And Emily's like, yeah, I just told him to come when he could. Like, I just wanted to come here early. So immediately Harrison kind of thought to himself, like, what? Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, it would have made a lot more sense for her to come in with Jason, like they were supposed to meet up. But obviously Harrison doesn't say anything. He's like, I don't believe you, dude. He doesn't say anything like that. So yeah, she just kind of, walks into the party and disappears into the crowd. And Harrison kind of like hangs out with some people, but stays towards the front of the door just to kind of wait to see if Ben does make it. About an hour later, Ben makes it. And, Harrison goes up to him and says, hey, what's good, man? Like, I see you made it out. Like, and Ben's like, yeah, man. Like, he's like, hey, did you happen to see if Emily got here? And Harrison was like, yeah, Emily got here about an hour ago. And he's like, weren't you supposed to come up here with Emily? And Ben's like, yeah, but then last minute she said she just wanted to get here early and that I should come whenever I can. And it's not a big deal. And Harrison kind of gave him a little bit of a look like that's a little weird, but he obviously didn't say anything because, I mean, who knows, man? Like, sometimes people just do stuff because people just do stuff for the sake of it, right? Yeah, so anyways, they're all enjoying the party. Ben, Harrison, whatever. They can't find Emily right now, but whatever. Obviously, she's not doing something bad, right, guys? Right, guys? One in the chat if you believe Emily will be a nice, saint, godly girl who is nice and, I don't know, man, loyal to her man who she's going to marry and, I don't know, live off into the sunset with. No. But anyways, right? So they're just chilling out, and Harrison really has to go pee. And the only bathroom is on the second floor. This is like not the first story about a party that the only bathroom is on the second floor. Or maybe there was a bathroom on the first floor, but it was occupied. So for some reason, Harrison decided to go up to the second floor. And that's when, right, he walks by a bedroom. And the bedroom was occupied. And while Harrison wasn't trying to be a weirdo and like be like, I'm going to look in, I'm going to hear about this or whatever, he heard talking, and I mean, he heard other stuff too, but this is a PG family friendly. Okay, I can't even kid myself. I just don't want YouTube to be too big mad at me, right? So he heard a lot of stuff, but he also heard talking, or at least a few words. And it really sounded like Emily's voice. And Emily was at this party, and Emily was also not downstairs. So Harrison got really suspicious. He called Ben, And while he was in the bathroom, he's like, dude, can you just come up here for a second? And Ben's like, yeah, man, like, where are you? He said second floor. So Ben comes up the stairs, and Harrison kind of greets him. He's like, hey, like, this might be stupid. I don't know. But just like, he's like, this might also be weird, but just like, listen. And like, Ben's like, dude, why are you listening in on that? That's weird. And Harrison's like, hold up. I know, just give it a second. And then the girl inside the room says something, and Ben's face kind of drops. He's like, dude, that sounds a lot like Emily. And Harrison's like, that's what I thought. Like, I don't really care, like, if people are doing whatever they're doing in there, but if that's Emily, then I know it's not with you, and I don't know, man. I just thought, like, how about we just chill up here for a second, and just, I don't know, right? Just see what's going on. Just see who walks out of there. And Ben was kind of on edge a little bit. He's like, I don't know, man. Like, if it's not them, it's going to be super weird. And Harrison's like, no, it's not going to be weird because we're going to be chilling in the bathroom. And he said, we're just going to be chilling. We're not going to be waiting for anyone. But if it is her, then we are definitely waiting for someone. And Ben's like, yeah, okay, I guess that sounds fair enough. Like, I don't know. I'm a little uncomfortable by the whole thing. But, like, I kind of want to know. Curiosity has gotten to me. So they wait for about, like, 20 more minutes. And this is kind of an excruciating 20 minutes because let's just say that I don't know, Jason's house had mad thin walls, bro. Like, I don't know how else to put it, but these walls were mad thin. Unfortunately, and eventually, right, they hear the door click, and they're like, okay, someone's coming out. The door opens up, and it is, first person to come out is the big football guy that I was talking about earlier, that Emily was, like, flirting up the whole week, allegedly. And the next person to come up out of it was Emily. And at this point, Ben and Emily just make eye contact with each other. And Emily's like, oh, hi, Ben. How's it going? Yeah, that's how she sounds, I guess. And Ben's like, dude, I can't believe you. And she's like, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean? And the football guy's like, hey, babe, is this guy messing with you? And Ben's like, babe? And the football guy's like, yeah, dude. Like, don't be messing with my girlfriend like that. And Ben's like, what? And he's like, yeah. And Ben's like, okay, so it's like, quick, just tell me, how long you guys been dating? He's like, about like 2 or 3 weeks. And Harrison's like, no shot. Because apparently, or Ben had been dating her for about 3 to 4 weeks at this point. And Harrison's like, I've been dating her for 3 to 4 weeks. And the jock's like, yeah, right. Turns to Emily. Emily's just looking at the floor. And the football guy's like, wait, babe. Wait, do you have any, like, what? And she's like, I didn't want you guys to find it out like this. And they're both like, what? And the football guy was like, dude, I'm out of here. And he storms downstairs. And, at this point, Ben's just like, dude, like, why? And she says, look, I thought you wouldn't care. Like, I was going to tell you. Ben's like, of course I'm going to care. You're cheating on me. Like, what do you mean I'm not going to care? She said, don't take it so serious, man. It's just high school or whatever. And at this point, Ben's like, fine, well, I guess we're broken up then. And she says, okay, cool. I'll just find someone else. At this point, Harrison's, all right, like, come on, man, come with me. So he brings Ben downstairs, and he's like, dude, I'm so sorry. And Ben's like, yeah, no, I mean, that kind of sucks. And that's when the football guy comes up to both of them. And Harrison is a little bit ready to, like, sprint out of there with Ben. But the football guy's like, dude, like, do you want to just, like, chill for a sec? And Ben was like, what? He's like, yeah, man, I mean, we both just got played by that girl. Like, I know that you're not having a good time because I know I'm not having a good time. And what ended up happening, which was pretty funny, was that Harrison, Ben, and the football guy literally spent the rest of the night having, like, one of the best nights they've had in months. Like, since they were, both the football guy and Ben were pretty down bad at this point, but they were down bad over this literally the same girl. They could, like, relate immediately. It was like through shared trauma, they just became great friends. And I'm not even kidding. After that point, the football guy was like, he literally became like one of the guys with like Harrison and Ben. Yeah. So you know what? Unfortunately, one girl down, but plus one friend. So low-key a really good trade. I'm just saying. Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just click.